I before the show got to Broadway, and it sort of brought a lot of attention to the show. And the song, in fact, the score was written by Anthony Newley and Leslie Brookus. Most people think of it as only Anthony Newley, but Leslie Brookus wrote the lyric. And here to sing it for you is Eddie Korbich. Here you are. Usually your name's up for
I know. Hi. How are you? So I was introduced to this song in a musical called Heaven Help Us, which was billed as the new Rat Pack musical, Frank, Dean, and Sammy. And the premise of this musical was that Frank Sinatra said an off-cuff remark, and years later, this guy who owned this bar was going to kill himself. So God sends the three of them down to help him out. But the trick is that he doesn't send them down as Frank, Dean, and Sammy. He sends them down to inhabit the people already in this bar. So Frank comes down and inhabits this businessman. Dean comes down and inhabits a limousine driver. Yeah. And Sammy comes down and inhabits me. So, in the second act, we got to do a recreation of the actual Las Vegas Sands concerts. And we each had our own sets. So, in the spirit of Sammy, but without doing him, because I'm not really that good, babe, I'm going to do What Kind of Fool Am I, the way he would have done it. What kind of fool am I, who never fell in love? It seems that I'm the only one that I have been thinking of. What kind? Actually, I have been thinking of a few others lately. Have you ever noticed that nobody is happy with who they are? Everybody wants to be somebody else. Like, for instance, singers always want to be actors, and actors always want to be politicians. But look at the recent spate of musicals. Actors want to be singers. Pierce Brosnan. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what might have happened. And some of those dreams actually come true. And we'll start with Mr. Jimmy Stewart. Well, what kind of man is this? Let me show. Yeah. Mr. James Cagney. A lonely cell in which an empty heart must dwell. And I know all about cells because you put me there. You and your mother and your sister, you dirty yellow belly. Mr. Cary Grant. Jimmy, what kind of lips are these? They lie with every kiss. They whispered empty words of love and left me a limb like this. What kind of way is that to treat a man? Mr. Louis Armstrong. Why can't I fall in love like any other man? And maybe then oh my goodness, Satchmo and Carol Channing. And then, of course, the rest of the ladies want to get involved. What kind of man is this? An empty cell. A lonely cell in which an empty heart must dwell. Tried to get into a musical once, failed. Tried the second time, failed. Tried the third time, succeeded. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. And then, of course, that lady with the tall blue hair. What kind of lips are these? Whisper empty words of love. Left me alone. How about this little fella?
Why can't I fall in love? Like any other man. Oh, and you know why? Because I'm not a man. I'm a woman.
And my favorite lady chef. And maybe then I'll know what kind of fool I am to use a Riesling with a pate instead of let's mountain bread from the Napa Valley. Then, of course, the man who wrote the number, Mr. Tony Newley. What kind of clown am I? What do I